I'm Gabriella Suao. I am 17. I'm a senior in high school, and I am in International Studies Prep Academy.
Awesome. Thank you. So tell me, what happened that made you realize that you needed our service?
I was trying to study on my own. I used Khan Academy, and I had like the big fat SAT books, and I would open it, and I would just sit there for literally 5 minutes, and I'd be like, "Yeah, this is not working." And then I thought no studying was working because it just wouldn't. The information wouldn't like get in my head.
Okay, and at that time when you were trying that, around what time, what period of your life was that? Like junior year, or like more or less when?
I remember being in the beginning of junior year because I was like, if anybody catches me doing this by senior year, like I'm not taking any more SATs my senior year of high school.
So, all right. And but what made you realize? So, like, you took an SAT?
Yeah, I took the PSAT. I got a 470 on math, so I realized it wasn't my strong suit at all. And then I took my first SAT before the school, like before the one the school offers, and I got a 500. And I was like, yeah, like I no. And that was the beginning of my junior year.
Okay. And then was that before you did this self-study or after?
Before. I didn't, from the first one, I didn't study at all. I kind of just went into it blind. I had no idea what was on it, just what I had like gotten from the PSAT.
And then you tried to study?
I tried to study with the big SAT books and nothing worked.
Got you. And then and a different question then. So at that time, you noticed that math was you're struggling with math, right? There's was that a normal thing for you? Like, did you struggle with math in school or not really?
No, usually no. Usually math was my best class in school, so I found it weird that the math that was on the SAT was something that I wasn't comprehending, mostly because it was also Algebra 1. Like on the SAT, it's like you need to know a lot of your basic Algebra 1 skills. And my Algebra 1 was during COVID, so we were cut short, and that also affected it a lot.
You were shocked. You were like, okay, this is I don't know what's going on these exams, but like, you needed a refresher basically.
Yeah, 100%.
Got you. And then ultimately, like, how'd you even find out about us?
Laura.
Oh,
Laura, Laura was taking the course, and
wait, Laura or Laura?
Laura Almeida.
Oh,
She's my best friend. She was taking the course, and she was like, "Friend, I'm doing this like really awesome tutoring, like, and it's helping a lot. Like, you should definitely like look into it." And I did.
wait. So you're Laura or made us friend?
Best friend, yeah. Known each other since sixth grade.
Do you know also the Busolis?
Only twins, yeah. And Adri,
Yeah, exactly. So there was I was when I was doing when I you were the only one that wasn't at the house then that day.
yeah.
There was a day where Laura was in the interview and then they all just showed up and I was like, what's going on here? This
Yeah.
is crazy. All right, cool. That's awesome, man. Okay, so she told you and you were like, all right, let me try this out.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Um,
Good.
coming into the course, I don't know, what was your expectation of the virtual group learning environment?
I had no idea what I was walking into. When I heard it's on Zoom, I liked it at first because I never liked the idea of going somewhere for tutoring. Because I would always hear people like, "Oh, I have Saturday tutoring for the SAT," and I'm like, I don't want to be in that situation of like having to go somewhere. So when I heard it was virtual, that's what first like caught my eye. But I never expected it to be such small and like interactive groups between like teachers and students.
Right. Okay. So you thought it was going to be more like the pandemic?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a teacher talking. You take out this like a packet and like listen to what they have to say.
And instead of that, like how different was it from that, I guess?
It was so different. It was like in my class, I always had a small class, so I took Pizza Pie twice. I did it first with Sewas, and it was good because our class was super small. I think one day it was even just me and him, or like it was two of us and him.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, most of us it was like four of us, and like it's super super like I guess like in not intimate, but like it's super, like little classes, you get to know the professor, like you get comfortable with them, you can ask them questions. And then the second time around, I had a bigger class. It was like seven or six of us, but it was still super like interactive and I never felt uncomfortable asking them questions about anything or like couldn't tell them anything.
You were with Sophie the second time.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you were at different levels. That's basically what happened. You just kept advancing. Nice. So All right, cool. And then, I mean, what about like the people get scared about like the 4 hours? I mean, I know it's a lot, but
It seems like a lot, especially when you put it like, oh my God, it's from 9 to 1:30. Like that's like crazy. I remember waking up and be like, oh my God, it's until 1:30. But time passes so fast when you're doing those packets. Like you're not even thinking about the time. The break definitely helps because if you're taking afternoon classes, like I did my afternoon study session sometimes, and like you would have dinner those 15 minutes, or like in the morning I would have like lunch or breakfast. So like the break helps to like like refocus because I would get lost. Like there was a point where I would like completely just disorient myself, and then the break would come. Like I would even ask like Sophie for a break. So I'm like, yo, like, can we have a break so I can like focus again? And then it works. Like it helps. It definitely.
awesome. Um, and okay, if somebody asked you, how would you describe the service to them?
How would I describe Peace of Eye? Helpful. Uh, definitely. It's like it's helpful. It's worth it, and it's just worth it for the future because you're doing it for yourself. So if you don't do it right, you're cheating yourself because the only person it's working for is yourself.
Okay, and like what should they know about the course?
That you guys care a lot, that even if it's a lot of students, you have all the stats. So you look out for each and every one of us, that you're on top of all of our homework and all of our tests. Everything is personalized. Like none of us have the same thing. So it's definitely very one-on-one on that basis. And like it's not just they're not just gonna you guys aren't just gonna throw something at students just because like, oh, like you need a score, but because that's the score that they need and like that's what they need work on.
And then, so you didn't find it to be a lot of work?
I did, I did, I did, but the way you guys tell us to make like a homework plan definitely helps get organized like throughout the week. Because I had dual enrollment going on and I had work going on and I had all these other things going on, but I knew that I had to set aside for at least 3 assignments, 2 assignments a day. And what I didn't finish, I had to push a day and that would set me off track. But I knew I had to finish that day because I can't do 5 assignments in a single day. So
Right,
making a plan definitely works, but it is a lot of homework. But if you stay organized, it's definitely doable.
right. Exactly what I guess what that's always the key, just figuring out like, all right, it's a lot, but like how do you manage that workload, right?
Mhm.
And everyone tells me it's always just, I mean, don't procrastinate a little bit every day. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, at least 30 minutes. Like look at the packet and do something. Like I would do sometimes some like I would look at a practice test and like go back on some questions that I wouldn't even understand, but do at least like 30 to an hour a day because like you don't do homework for a day and you get off track.
yeah, yeah, perfect, awesome. Um, one more thing about the prep course. I don't know, what were your, I guess, top two favorite things about it that helped you the most, you feel like?
The two things that helped me the most was the flexibility. Like for example, if like a Saturday class that I was out of town, I knew I could make it up on a Wednesday and I wasn't gonna get behind. So the flexibility with the course definitely like helps because I'm not one to be on time ever. So that helps. And then the the connection between you guys and us made me feel like I wasn't alone. Like it made me feel like I had help from you guys throughout the way, and if I didn't understand something, I knew I could count on you, and like I didn't have to be like, oh, I'm scared to ask Renan this. Like I
Yeah,
knew I could always like text the group trying to be like, hey, like this is going on, and you guys would understand.
cool. Yeah, we will adjust. We'll adjust it. It's probably, I don't remember it, at this point. It gets all.
Yeah,
But during the prep, I know everyone and how much work they're doing. I mean, all I know is that you did your work. Now, whether or not it was we have to adjust it or not, that I don't remember. But I know we do that. So that's awesome that that's something you appreciate.
I do.
All right, for your mom, I guess from a parent's perspective, uh, if another parent was asking about us, like what should they know?
¿Qué deben de saber otros padres si van a preguntar sobre el curso?
Cuando inscribí a Gaby con ustedes, tenía otras ofertas y ustedes me gustaron mucho porque son bien específicos con los padres, interactúan mucho con uno Me explicaron desde el principio todo cómo iba a ser. Creí muchísimo en las expectativas de las personas que ya conocía, de las referencias que me habían dado. Y la verdad que me siento súper feliz de haber puesto a Gaby en las manos de ustedes. Me mantuvieron todo el tiempo informada. Cada vez que tenía yo una duda me podía comunicar sin problema por mensaje de texto. Siempre estuvo María, ¿verdad? María siempre estuvo, la volvía loca, yo sé, pero siempre me tenía unas respuestas, nunca me dejó esperando tiempo. O sea, yo le escribía y al momento me respondían. Siento que ustedes, de verdad, el chat de ustedes, súper bueno porque mantiene a uno, eh, es decir, los mantiene a uno listo de cómo está todo, cuál es el plan que tienen, qué van a hacer, si tiene tareas pendientes, cómo va, o sea, que con los mensajes de texto no hace falta ni hablar por teléfono con ustedes porque ahí va todo. Y la verdad que son muy profesionales todos con los que Gaby lidió, que yo estuve ahí todo el tiempo mirando los textos y escribiéndonos, pues me parecieron todos muy profesionales. La verdad que les agradezco muchísimo y los recomiendo 100%.
Okay. How do you say you're welcome?
De nada.
De nada.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that. I always get confused because in Portuguese de nada, but it
Yeah.
sounds yeah. So de nada. Y gracias por las palabras.
No.
Lindas. Um, cool. So then let me ask you, Gabby. So I guess. Oh no, let me not ask that yet. I have something else that is specific to you. You took the course twice, right? Did you do them both during the year?
During the year?
Did you do one in the summer or no?
No, I did not take the one in the summer.
Oh wow. Okay, so I was gonna ask you the difference, but okay, I can't ask you that. I mean, but in general, I mean, how did you feel different about like first of all, I mean, did you feel like it was worth taking it twice? And then second of all, like what was the difference, I guess, for you? And like why was the second time if you liked it better?
I took it the first time and I didn't get the score I wanted. Like I only went up 90 points the first time I took the course. And I felt like that was my fault, not your fault, because you guys were on me. But I think the first time I took it, I only took like a total of like maybe 7 practice tests. Like I
Right.
didn't take it too seriously. And then after that happened, I got a 590. I completely gave up. Like I was like, I'm not doing this ever again. Like the summer's coming around. I recommended 3 people to the course. They took it during the summer. Angelina, Vane, Gami, those 3. Yeah. They took it during the summer. They did amazing. They did awesome. I was like, I regret not taking it again. And then started senior year rolls around. I was like, I told myself I wasn't going to do the senior year. My mom was like, why don't you do piece of pie again? I was like, no, like I don't want to. Laura, why don't you do piece of pie again? I was like, no, I don't want to. Like I'm done with the SAT. That's the score I have. That's the score I'm gonna stay with. Like if I didn't get the score I wanted the first time, what's gonna be the difference rolling around the second time? And then I gave in and I texted you and I was like, hey, is there any opportunity to like do this again? It was worth it. It was so worth it because I took it more seriously the second time. I realized it was for me and nobody else. Like I had to get like my game face on, like do it because nobody was gonna do it for me. I took like I don't know more than 7, definitely more than 7 practice tests like the second time around. I was more focused because I knew the first time like what I had done wrong and I changed it completely the second time. Like work ethic, uh, the homework plan. I wouldn't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the homework and then just not turn it in because oh like who's grading it, you know? It
Yeah.
was more like I'm doing this for me and I know that it's gonna improve because I saw the improvement throughout the practice test that I didn't see the first time around. So yeah, it definitely worked. Like the first time for me, it was like a refresher of everything that happened in Algebra 1. But the second time, it was really like, okay, this is like real. This is SAT
Es hoy.
practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Wait,
was
so then at the end of it, okay, so then Tim, run me through the journey of your results from the beginning to end.
in the beginning, I started with a 470 PSAT, no studying at all. Then right after, I took an SAT right after the PSAT, and I got a 500 math. And then I kept getting 500s. I would go down 490, 500, maybe a 510. I took 8 SATs total. Um, the first time I took piece of pie, I would get 500s all the way until I took the first time I took Piece of Pie, I got a 590. And then I took one during Piece of Pie. Like I took the November SAT, so we weren't completely done with the course. And I got a 640. And now my final one in December, I ended up with a 680.
Nice. So that was from beginning to end, a jump of
500.
no, so it was from so okay, so it was from a 500 to a 680 total, right? So it was 180 points.
Yeah. Total of 180 points. Crazy.
Nice. That's awesome. Not everyone. I mean, I know we get a lot of crazy improvements, but it's not everybody, you know.
No, and my goal was like I would remember going into a course, like, yeah, go on, guys. My goal is like a 500. Like, I don't plan on like the introduction meeting we have with you to see if like the court is fit for us. We're like, oh no, like I just want a 600. Like, I want to get to that 600 mark. Like, I can't cross it. I remember vividly saying that, and then seeing that break of like the 640 in November was like, oh, okay, reality. And then I tried a little more, and then I was like, oh, okay, 680. So like now I'm done. Like now I don't want to break that 700. Like I'm done, and I'm
You're
happy.
good. I mean, if you had to, you could, bro.
I could, but no. Again, and I got into college already, so everything the scores it helps. It definitely helps. Bright futures.
Already?
Yeah,
Nice, bro. So, and you got bright futures?
I got bright futures. I got my 75% because my total and SAT was a 1290.
Okay.
And then I got into FSU, which was the school I wanted. So everything worked out.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. So you're really chilling.
Yeah.
Hang out,
So
pretend
it
like
was
you're
like
trying.
it was
What?
the stress of the 10 weeks of Piece of Pie, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It was a worth stressful 10 weeks.
That's great, yo. That's awesome. Um, and congrats. I mean, you did the work.
Thank you.
You know, at the end of the day, this couldn't happen without you doing it.
Mhm.
So no matter how much we help, we'll make it a little bit easier. We'll be annoying. We'll analyze your homework. We'll tell you what to do. But if you don't do it, and you proved it to yourself, so now you know, bro.
Yeah, and I remember in the summer because I still had access to like the course from March. I
Yeah.
would go back and I tried doing it from the beginning, like I myself, like just to like see. I can't, like I couldn't do it without like the guidance of you guys like on top of me. It just didn't work. It's not the same.
That's what we're here for, bro. That's what we're here for. All right. Awesome, dude. This makes me really happy. That's why I do this. So
Yeah.
I appreciate and I just appreciate you even coming and sharing this with me because I mean, otherwise I wouldn't know. I would just look at 188, but like hearing what you guys have to say after and what it means to you, it makes the world of a difference for me too. And that's what motivates me to get up earlier and work harder later. So I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you, Renan.
Of course. Um, anything else we should know?
Take piece of pie. Take it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. You're gonna see it in the beginning and you're gonna be like, oh my God, no, like I could do this on my own. Like, why would I pay all this money to take math when I'm taking it in school? I can buy a $20 book, and there's easier things online. But having a small group of people that you even get to know at the end and you can count on, it's worth it. It's worth it, and you're gonna end up regretting when you don't take it.
Awesome. And that's it, guys. Have a great night and the rest of
Thank
the.
you, Ron.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
everything.
Okay. Bye, guys.